patriotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Thousands most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back to another episode of Jaja's Atelier. It's your girl, of course. Listen, I was not going to do an episode today. I really wasn't. I did yoga this morning. I feel so much better. I feel like I'm all the way like 98% out of my funk. You know, I gave myself a body wax. I did my nails. I did my feet. I just had a self-care day. And I was laying in the bed watching some old episodes of Golden Girls. And I was like, you know what? It's Pride Month, bitch. Let me get up and get cute and get on here for my people. So I'm here with a new episode. Listen, there's always plenty to talk about. We're definitely going to get into some politics. But speaking of Pride, huge congratulations to the very sexy Jeremy Pope for landing a starring appearance in the new Calvin Klein Pride Month collection ad campaign. The campaign, it's like 90s nostalgia, full-on 90s nostalgia. Take a look at this. And they have Crystal Waters' 100% pure love playing in the background. That's one of, you know, y'all know I love me some house music. I love me some Crystal Waters, okay? Period. Listen, I did take a few tokes of the Reaper before I got on the camera, so ain't no telling what's going to fly out of my mouth today. But yeah, so huge congratulations to him. And might I say, he filled out those panties, he filled out those panties, honey. Whew, made me hot. I love that part where he was pulling the pants down. It was very 90s, very nostalgic. I live on a highway. Y'all already know what it is. And the video was directed by Gordon Bond Strainer. Yes, huge congratulations to him. He is multi-talented. He had a role in Pose. He's also done roles in, what other roles has he had? It was another movie and I wrote it down. I can't think of it right now, but he's definitely had a role in Pose. I do remember him from Pose, and he also sings as well. So huge congratulations to him. You know what? I've never been to a Pride celebration, and I wish I had in my younger days, especially with, you know, this election looming over us, depending on who wins. This could be one of the last Pride celebrations. If Donald Trump wins. Speaking of Donald Trump, if you've been living under a rock, then let me break it to you, honey. Listen, this is the one story about Donald Trump. It does not pay me to talk about this, okay? It's very humbling for him. So Donald Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts of falsification of business records in the first degree, in which he pleaded not guilty last year. Now, this is, I believe this is about the hush money that was taken from campaign funds, aka, you know, campaign money, taken to pay off porn star Stormy Daniels. Unfortunately, you know, upon my research and, you know, just knowing that this man, they let this man get away with whatever because they're falling for his bullshit. Because, sidebar, let me tell y'all something. For the white people, for the black people and the white people that are voting for this man, that think that, you know, he's not coming after you. If you are not in a certain tax bracket, it doesn't matter what color you are, baby. You're fucked. And so, listen, of course, cameras and reporters caught up with him after the verdict, after the trial, rather. And, listen, this is what he had to say. Take a look.
Opponent to political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win. Because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now from prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists, and they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
You know, it's the same script. It's the same script, Trump. It's the same script. Unfortunately, 78% of the country is falling for it yet again. It's like the sequel to a really bad movie. And especially, you know, the people, my people, the black folks that's falling for the Kool-Aid at every motherfucking chicken sandwich, milkshake handout, tap dancing for this motherfucker. You know, it's like, do y'all not read? Social media, though it is great, I love being on social media, and also reality TV has made people a little delusional, a lot delusional. And this is why he was president the first time. America likes trash. They really do. A lot of Americans like trash. And a lot of Americans, and it's not just that they like trash, it's that they don't know how to distinguish the trash from the reality. The real reality. And that's the problem. This man is a convicted felon. Now, unfortunately, all of the hearings and the sentencing appointments or court appearance isn't until 3 days, I believe, before, you know, he gets officially announced as president. Like, just go ahead and let the man in. Just stop playing in everybody's face. Just say, we're cheating. We can do that. Fuck you. I would have more respect for the Republican Party if they just came out and said it. Instead of shucking and motherfucking jiving like we don't see what the fuck is going on. This shit is really a joke. Even like the last story I talked about last week, it's a joke. And if y'all are going to go ahead, it's like, it's two sides. It's two sides and then there's the middle. It's the delusional side of blacks, whites, and whoever voting for this man, not realizing the game that he's really trying to play. Then it's the middle where I'm at, and it's just like, don't you motherfucking see what the fuck is going on here? And then it's the other side that's just like being ignorant and I'm not gonna vote at all. There's so many variables of destruction in this whole situation of American politics. It is beyond me. Hell, I'll take Bush back, goddammit. Damn. And that's saying something. But at least he didn't come off like George Bush was an idiot. Like, let's keep it real. He was a fool. He really was a fool. He walked in his daddy's shadow and it walked him right on into the White House because the man has the IQ of a doorknob, okay? But at least he had some kind of motherfucking decorum about himself. You know what I mean? Even though he did leave those people in Louisiana on the roof for over a goddamn week. But god damn it, when he got up on that podium, he wasn't, damn. America, what are we going to do, y'all? What are we going to do? Do we really want them to take our rights and freedoms and liberties away? Do we want them to rewrite the Constitution? Him being found guilty, he is still going to run for president. And damn it, I hate to say it out of my mouth, but it looks like he's gonna win. But there's still time to change that. Don't be ignorant. I know Joe has his eyes closed half of the time, but Joe Biden has done some great things for the country. The problem is the Democrats just don't know how to brag and boast. The Democrats are too humble, and it's coming across real pussy-offic. I just made that up. It's coming across real pussy-offic. Real scary-like. That's the problem with the Democrats, because there's plenty of things that Joe Biden has done since he's been in office. Mind you, the president after Trump had to clean up all that mess that he motherfucking made. 4 years is not nearly enough to do that. See, what a lot of people don't realize, it takes a minute to make a motherfucking mess, but it takes at least 30 or more to clean that motherfucker up, depending on how bad it is. Okay? Coming in hot today. Whew. But I'm serious. Anyway, in more political news mayhem, Republican pug, Candace Owens, she is back on her soapbox again. She took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to say this: ban pornography. It is psychological warfare. It is a psychological weapon used to weaken our men. Girl. Now, I have heard her say this before, and I've seen her interview like sex workers and OnlyFans girls, and she completely annihilates them. Because one thing about Candace Owens, she might be a little funny looking, and she might be tap dancing for them bread bellies over there on the Republican wild belly right, but that bitch is a good read, okay? And sometimes, every now and then, she makes a point. But girl, come on with this. And here we are again with the Republicans. Why y'all can't just, you know what my issue is with the Republicans? Why you just can't let people live the way they want to live? As long as ain't nobody hurting nobody, why can't you just leave well enough the fuck alone? Why do y'all always gotta police? Candace Owens, why do you have to police our panties? I love watching porn. I said it. Boyfriend TV hamster. Oops, let me not give too many, for she sent it on over to the White House when Donald Douche walks his ass up in there in November. Bitch. And then it's really ignorant too, because so are you assuming that women don't watch porn? Are you kidding? And then it's like y'all have all these issues with the gays, with the blacks, with the migrants, with this, with that. But y'all will never see the problem with y'all. When y'all gonna put them guns away? When are you gonna tell the NRA, we don't need your money? You're worried about porn. Porn is not killing children in schools. When are y'all gonna tell the NRA, no thanks, we found somebody else to do it? And then you want to ban contraception. So you want to ban contraception and porn? So let me get this straight. You'd rather people fuck off on each other all through the street, because that's exactly what the fuck is going to happen if you take away that porn. Okay? Let's be clear. Some people watch it and they still fuck off. Sometimes it's just in their blood. It depends on who their daddy was. Period. So you mean to tell me y'all would rather have people walking around fucking loosely, can't get an abortion, can't protect themselves from STDs, and on top of that, if they want to go celibate and just have a little reprieve, now you gonna force me to be for the streets, because now I can't even watch my goddamn hamster. You know what, girl? Kiss my ass. She, you know what? And she comes up and she tries to, Candace Owens I'm talking about now. We still here, right? She comes up like, oh, I am a serious political journalist. Girl, and you're worried about all the shit that the Republicans are trying to push, and porn is the best you could come is the best you could come up with? Come up with? Really, girl? Honey, if I was pointing a gun at you right now, you wouldn't even be worth the bullet. But I do think that people need to take what she says seriously because, listen, she's a Trump flunky. And I know he watches porn. I know he take that beanie weenie motherfucking cock. Yeah. Yeah. I know he I know he do. Honey. Little dick in one hand and a motherfucking Big Mac in the other. And then another thing, it's me, the Republican man, the man in the Republican Party that be caught doing the freakiest shit. Like that goddamn queen that was all against the drag queens, and then he took his queen ass down to Brazil and they caught him red-handed with a 50-inch bust down and a lime green bustier. Looking like John Leguizamo from Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Reporting for duty, sir. Child, I just had to get that off. I'm sorry. The Republicans are really, really grinding my gears this week. Anyway, so on to some fashion news, guys. So on Thursday, Balenciaga creative director Demna took the fashion house to Shanghai for the debut of their spring 2025 collection. I read somewhere that some of the looks were inspired by buildings and skyscrapers in China. And, listen, Balenciaga had a real rough patch back in 2022 with the children and the ad campaigns, with the sex teddy bears and all of that. And I didn't think that they were going to come back from it. I really didn't. Especially at a time, we're in such a sensitive time right now. Every little thing, you have to toe the line with certain stuff, depending on your platform and depending on if you're working for somebody else. And that's just real tea. That goes for anybody, from the McDonald's worker on up. So, slowly but surely, Demna is really pulling Balenciaga back out of that dark pit it was in. And I know some people are still on the fence about Balenciaga, and especially Demna. I thought for a minute that they were going to maybe perhaps change him out. But listen, he's made his, remarks. He's apologized. He's gone through the whole, PR thing, and now he's really working his way up. And this collection is definitely a step in the right direction. I liked just the way the show flowed. I love that they still went ahead and did the show even though it was raining. It added some drama and pizzazz. And I definitely love the closing looks. The gowns were absolutely just, especially that pink feather one. I mean, just modern day, 2024 Demna, combined with, classic haute couture principles. I enjoyed it. And I'm a fan of Demna for Balenciaga. I like the oversized shoes and the streetwear. I'm a fan. I didn't agree with what they did, but certain things, can we forgive certain things? Was it an accident? I really still don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if he was the one. Nobody has really said anything. He's apologized and took accountability, but I don't know what happened. We saw a lot of celebrities at the Met Gala wearing Balenciaga. Nicole Kidman being the biggest one. So, I mean, I don't know, but congratulations to Demna, and I guess keep on pushing through and proving people that you are, upstanding human being who doesn't go for that crap, and you're all about the fashion. Just keep on doing what you're doing. That's all I can say. So, this next story, I came across this next story, and I found it really, really interesting. And it really blows my mind how and not blows my mind like makes me upset, but like really makes me think like, I really definitely need to travel more. I'm well traveled. My mother is a migrant by way of Jamaica to England to here. So I've been to England, I've been to Mexico, I've been to several different countries. I've been to, I've been all over. But just like farther out west, like Asia, there's somebody I follow, Johnny Valencia, who owns Pachuga Vintage, and I had no idea that Tokyo was such a fashion capital. Like, I knew fashion was big in Tokyo, but all the stores that he went to, and it was just like, Tokyo is definitely one of the places that I would love to go. It would be a dream of mine to go. But just the way other countries operate. So is what's intriguing me. So this story really piqued my interest. China has put a ban on excessive displays of wealth on social media after multiple Chinese influencers took it to the max. I mean, I saw some of the pictures. One of the influencers, they call him the Kim Kardashian of China, I believe. And then the other one is a woman. I can't really remember her name. But I mean, honey, y'all think y'all doing it over here? Y'all think y'all doing it over here? Honey, they're doing it over there. So apparently China, ever since 2016, has had, now I got this story from, first I saw it on Hollywood Unlocked by Jason Lee, and then I went and did some more digging, and I found this on, let me make sure I get my notes. Okay, it's a video from First Post. And they called this group of people that control the internet, they called them internet watchdogs. I don't want to say that because I thought it was a little offensive. So I'll just say internet police, just because I don't like using the word dog when talking about people. Or not a whole race of people. No. So they have internet police. And, you can't do things like talk disparagingly about the country. You also can't post videos. Have you ever seen those little Asian girls and they're like stuffing their face? That's against social media rules in China. Well, back in April, they decided to put a ban on this after several warnings of the excessive displays of wealth. I don't know what it's called, but the Chinese parliament, I guess you could say, like their version of the house. I don't know the correct name for it. They reinterpreted it in the video, and they were basically saying, listen, since COVID, China's economy has kind of gone down since COVID, and it hasn't quite bounced back. And the regular working class citizens of China, they didn't think that it was fair for, you to be posting, and the one guy, they call him the Kim Kardashian of China. He was like, well, I don't leave the house with less than $3 million worth of jewelry on it. I mean, the jewelry was just fabulous, but insane, And this is what social media has done. I think we have completely misused social media. And now it's becoming a game of show and tell in the worst possible, most obnoxious motherfucking way possible. I saw a story, now I said I would never talk about them again, but I saw a story about Miss Netta and Charles, and they were posted up with Louis Vuitton for Shein outfits on, and people were reading them, and I'm like, well, in this case, I kind of stick up for Miss Netta and Charles in a little bit, because it's like, well, they're from the country, Not to say that people from the country don't know style, because that's not true. But then there's some of them that are deep, deep, deep in the country. You know, hey y'all, do you want to go to the watering hole with me? Mama made her homemade blueberry apple cobbler. You know, there's them, and they don't particularly know high fashion. So, and now they feel, now that they're on social media, Miss Netta and Charles, they feel like they have to play this game that everybody else is playing. And listen, I wear knockoffs all the time. I don't care. Knockoffs, whatever. If I like it, I'm going to buy it. If I can find it for cheaper, because I honestly like the bag, it doesn't even have to have the logo on it, I'm going to buy it. Listen, a lot of y'all walk around in labels and all of this, and you still look like you came straight from the Swanson swap meet. And then to add insult to injury, pow, pow, insult to injury, this list, honey. Insult to injury, pow, pow. You know, that's all a lot of y'all got is money. You have no class. You have no morals. You'll do anything for a bag, a check, the cheddar, the cheese. You'll do anything. You'll snort coke off the dick off live. You'll put your booty hole on Instagram. You'll fight a bitch in the middle of the street for saying that you cracked your tooth on a crab leg. You know, y'all rip a bitch wig off. Hey, Zeus Network. Hey, Love and Hip Hop. You know, like, let's call a spade a spade. So a lot of these people are putting on. They putting on, in my bum B Houston, Texas voice. They putting on. Look at what just happened to Sean Kingston. Him and his mama getting arrested. I didn't even know he was still a thing. Frauding people out of, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment and furniture and carryings on. And then the mama coming out of jail like, yeah, bitch, throwing up gang signs. Like, what the fuck? But I also have to say, after the last story, before the, you know, talking about Candace Owens, I can't say I'm all for controlling what people post on social media, but I do think that people, you know, looking at social media, and a lot of people, the ones that feel a certain type of way when they see that, and they feel, you know, discouraged, and they feel like, damn, man, like, when is it going to be my time? Because I've definitely felt that way. I'm not even going to sit up here and hold you. I definitely felt that way. And then I turned 30. I looked around and realized what the fuck I had and what I was blessed with, and I decided, bitch, I decided that I just don't give a fuck. You know, I just don't, you know, when you reach a certain age and you realize, you know, you wake up to certain shit, you just don't give a fuck anymore. Who are you trying to impress? Wear what you want to wear, as long as it makes you happy. And as long as you look good, bitch. But I can't say don't ban porn, but ban people from flossing. Listen, every now and then ain't nothing wrong with a good floss, you know? You step out, you looking good, you like, yeah, bitch, a bitch can't, you know, you're feeling it. It's nothing wrong with that, but I do think the problem is it's not the showboating, it's not the showing, it's not the, oh guys, yes, I got my new Cartier glasses on. These are fake, by the way, but they look good on me. But the Dior necklace is real. You know, whatever. It's the, and you bitches can't afford, like, I watch a lot of these podcasters, and I'm not gonna call their names out because a lot of them I'm fans of. But it just gets to a point like, and I don't take it personal. I think it's funny when they do it. I really do. But I see a lot of them doing like, I ain't got, bitch, you work a regular job, bitch. I'm on it. And it's like, but then at the bottom, you see they got their Cash App down there and people steady sending the money. And I'm just kind of like, like, listen, I'm going to put my Cash App down here right now. Listen, it was just my birthday. Y'all bless your girl, because listen, I needs it, okay? I still work. I'm a cubicle girl. I work. What T.S. Madison say? I'm a cubicle girl. Yes. I work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just everybody has to be better than somebody. It's like it's getting to be too much. And I think China, and I think that's the point that China is trying to make. I just don't know if, I hope this doesn't go for everywhere, because once you ban one thing, then it's like, well, why don't we ban this and why don't we ban that? I just think everybody just needs to take a step back and really like call it out, like, girl, okay, like it was one influencer, I talk about her all the time. She went to the Beyonce concert 4 times. One other country, I think, did she go to the London show? And then 3 different states. And then her grandmother died, and she had up a GoFundMe. And it's like, girl, you was just on the internet talking about you bitches could never. I'm a Renaissance girl for the 5th time. And now you ain't got no money to bury your Mimo. He ain't got no money to bury Mimo. Damn, shawty, I can't help you. Bitch, I sat here and was living vicariously through you while you was all through the Renaissance, following Beyonce down that yellow brick road. You know what I mean? Like, everybody you can showboat. You can showboat like, yes, I got a new house, bitch. Like, listen, I just bought me a little something. I'm feeling good about it. You know what I mean? Yes, honey, I bought some. But it shouldn't be, yeah, bitch, I bought something and you bitches can't afford it. It ain't always got to be that. It doesn't always have to be that. I think that's the thing that's irritating. It's like, you don't have to, because, listen, be thankful that you can, because a lot of other bitches can't. And it might not be because of some fuck shit. It might be because that's just the cards that they were dealt for right now. You know what I mean? Don't be the bitch when they down. Ooh, I'm cussing and everything. I knew I shouldn't have hit that reef before I got on. Yeah. All right. And no, I'm not talking about Diddy being brought up. He's facing a grand jury trial for something. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care about Biggie's mama speaking out, because Mrs. Wallace, your son beat on women too. And it's all on them records. If he didn't beat him, he damn sure talked about beating him a couple times. And robbing him and stealing from him too. So I don't care anymore. I just don't care. We got bigger fish to fry. But I do have one last story. And this one I found on CNN social media. So this man had to show up to court, and he couldn't make it into the actual courtroom. So he decided, I guess, to do a Zoom call. Now, I don't know what state this man is from. I don't know how it turned out, because I was just too through by the end of the first 3 videos that I couldn't do it anymore. And so take a look at this. He was supposed to wait before I show you the video. So he was supposed to go in. And he did the Zoom call. He's in court for driving with a suspended license, and he pops up on the Zoom call driving. Take a look.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait.
It on my tab.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
Now, Jethro got to be one of the dumbest motherfucking criminals to ever come across the TV news station. I swear, when I saw this video, bitch, I fell out. And I mean, it's the way he is. And in the first couple of videos, he's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm pulling in right now. I'm like, are you kidding me? And the judge is even like, bitch, really? Talking about something, you had a doctor's appointment. You couldn't call an Uber? Now, I don't know what punishment he got, but I hope that bitch pleaded insanity, because you got to be crazy. I ain't even going to read the man like that, because I don't think he all the way there. Anyway, y'all. Today was a quick show. I'm going to go take the CC cream off and, give myself a facial, smoke me a little more reefer. And listen, I made some bomb-ass spaghetti last night. You hear me, bitch? That spaghetti, let me tell y'all what I do, right? So I take a little, well, not a little, but I do Italian sweet sausage and Italian hot sausage, mozzarella. I just did regular spaghetti noodles, but usually I do the really, really, really nice fettuccine noodles. But I had spaghetti noodles and a bitch is on a budget, so drop a little something in the Cash App collection plate, thank you. And so I just used what I had, and I didn't feel like going back to the store. And I also chop up asparagus and mix it in there. And I make my own sauce, but I do add a little Bertolli's. I love Bertolli's. The sweet and savory, it's sweet something I like. Honey, when I tell you, I'm about to get into some of that. Baby, I'm about to lay back, edit this episode. I'm supposed to say that. Edit this episode so I can have it posted to y'all by Monday afternoon or morning, depending on when my 5G want to act right. And that's what it's going to be. So, listen, I'll be back in a few days because I got some more I got to say. Anyway, love you guys. Ciao.